We'll probably get a little bit more people joining in as we go along. I just want to say that I am very happy to be here with Rachel. She's the representative from Warwick University in the UK, one of the best universities in the world and one of the best business schools in the world, which I'm pretty sure Rachel will be talking a little bit more about that. We also have a very, very generous scholarship with Warwick, so it's a great opportunity for you guys to get a world-class education for a lower cost. So you get a very good return of your investment. This session is going to be recorded, so if anyone knows anyone who can't be here, they can find this recording on our YouTube channel either tomorrow or early next week. So without further ado, thank you so much, Rachel, for your time, for being here. I appreciate that you've had a long day and you are pretty tired and jet lagged, but it's always great to hear from you, and on our same time zone is even better. So thank you so much for your time and for the continuous support you give our scholars.
Of course, thank you very much, Sophia. It's great to be here. As Sophia mentioned, my name is Rachel. I am the officer for the Americas here at the University of Warwick. I am back in Mexico City for the second time this year. I think maybe the sixth or seventh time. One of my favorite cities, and it's always a pleasure to speak to our Mexican students during my time here in the city and the country as well. We have a long-standing tradition of welcoming Mexican students to the University of Warwick across a range of courses and also through FUNED as well with their support. So delighted to be here to give you an opportunity to learn more about the university and ask any questions that you may have about the process or how you can find out more about applying to us for 2026 and beyond, 2025 and beyond.
It's time for change.
So get ready.
Don't fear the future.
Embrace it. Join a community
Where your voice matters.
Learn from experts.
Choose your own path.
Change your world.
Change the world.
Prepare for anywhere.
Belong here, go anywhere.
So hopefully the sound worked on that video. If not, it is available on our YouTube channel. But it just gives very short insight into the life of a student at Warwick and some of the opportunities and advantages to being a Warwick student and some of the reaches that you can make and kind of highlight as being part of the Warwick community. Just a very short introduction here. The University of Warwick is a highly ranked UK and global institution. So we have been consistently ranked in the UK's top 10 universities since the rankings were established. So that's currently 9th in the UK by The Guardian. And we are currently ranked 69th in the world by QS World University Rankings, so top 70 in the world there, and have been consistently in that top 70 for a number of years now through QS and have been very proud of being able to maintain that ranking and some of the opportunities that come with that for our students. In addition to those rankings, we do also have some subject-specific ones. So our mathematics and our statistics department is ranked in the world's top 25. Our business school is a world top 20. And then also our English and literature programs and also our politics and international studies are also highly recognised as well. So there's strength in depth across the range of subject areas that we offer at the University of Warwick. It isn't just kind of one particular area that we're really, really well known for. It is a wide range of subjects that you can really get involved in and have a say in as kind of during your master's or PhD with us at the university, and some of those opportunities that will become available once you've graduated as well. We are also a member of the Russell Group universities in the UK, which are a group of 24 research intensive and focused universities. So lots of what students will be studying as part of their their studies on their masters will be the kind of the opportunities and things that you'll have as part of that study. You'll be able to learn alongside your professors and really learn from world leading professors in those areas. Lots of our professors in different departments are well published, well known, and they are invited to speak at global leading conferences and various other things throughout their kind of technical areas and expertise as well. So you really will be learning from the best of those. Final thing just on that little bit is that we are 60 next year, and we are just coming into our 60th anniversary. We are a very young university in UK terms, and certainly the youngest member of the Russell Group. But we are very proud of how far we've come in such a short space of time. So to be where we are, coming from a very young background, really does stand testament to where we are, what we've achieved, and also what we're looking to achieve for our students and our community as well. So what else are we known for? The University of Warwick is about our academic excellence. So as I mentioned, you really will be learning from the best of the tutors in their expertise and our leading professors in their fields. It is about that one-to-one engagement that you will have with them in the classroom and also beyond. So the opportunities that you have to connect with our teaching, certainly in lots of our departments, is second to none, and you do have opportunities to connect with those professors and things throughout your course at the university, and that is something that we are very proud of across, as I said, a whole range of subjects. That could be maths, it could be economics, it could be business, and it could be political economy, physics and astrophysics. We have opportunities in chemistry. We're one of the UK's leading research groups in polymer chemistry and analytical and polymer science. So that's a particular area that we focus on there. We have behavioural and economic and data science in psychology, which we know is a growing field, certainly in Mexico and the Latin America region. So there's a whole range of different things that you can study. And we do have a new range of courses in sustainable development, the politics of climate change, humanitarian engineering. So we really are kind of looking at the new courses that we know students want to study and reintroducing some of those new courses all the time. So each year there is a new programme that students can study, and decarbonisation and climate change in our chemistry and engineering core departments are two of those courses for this coming academic year for anyone that should be interested in one of those. In addition to the academic excellence, it is the world-class teaching. So we are proud to kind of have that mentor and tutor balance experience while you're at the university. So each student will be assigned a tutor throughout the duration of your course, and they are there to help you through that academic journey. So if you have any issues or any questions or anything that you'd like to learn more about, they are there, and they are that main person and in touch with you throughout your studies, and they will be registered with you for the duration of that course. They offer opportunities, or should be able to share opportunities for careers and some of those different insights that they offer in certain areas in their leading fields. Law is an example. So there's a whole range of things that they can lead and advise on, and have those really good connections for you, both in the classroom and also once you've graduated and completed your studies as well. We are at the forefront of innovative learning at the University of Warwick. So the things that we teach are world leading, and we have the technology and the resources to back that up for our students as well. So you have access to the high-tech labs in lots of our courses. So our sustainability, e-business management, we do also have those opportunities in our WMG department, who look at automotive innovation and entrepreneurship. Those are the types of programs that you have that opportunity to lead on, and some of our students do then go and work in those sector-specific fields, both in the UK but also back here in Mexico too. I had a meeting earlier with some of our alumni, and it was really fascinating to hear some of the things that they've gone on to do since studying at Warwick, and it really is wide-ranging. So there's a whole different range of things that you can learn from, and some of the skills and techniques that you pick up at the forefront of that innovative learning is something that we are developing and changing all the time, and something that students will have access to throughout their time on the course with us at Warwick. One of the other things that we are very proud of that we offer our students is the ability to be interdisciplinary. One of the things that we're known for in the UK is that you are quite set in the subject area that you study. So once you have picked your chosen major, I guess, you're unable to change that major. But one thing that is available, and that's certainly at undergraduate level, but at postgraduate level, we have such a wide range of master's programs available for students to study, that they are specific, but they do also offer that opportunity for you to take modules in other academic departments. So I've mentioned our behavioural and economic science. That is based in our psychology department, but it is taught in conjunction with economics and also Warwick Business School. So you do learn economics modules and also the business school modules as well. And there is that multidisciplinary opportunity to learn across those areas. And it's the same in lots of academic departments at the university. You have that opportunity to learn from multiple areas and see how a global issue at the moment is looked at from multiple different facets and different areas. So we really do cross those subject lines and divides and look at an area of issue holistically, rather than just kind of that single path, and you'd be able to have a look at that from multiple different options and routes. And that is something that we are very proud of, and offering opportunities more and more in that area for lots of our students in lots of different programs. That is a little bit about kind of what we offer. I'm just going to talk a little bit about where we are. So the University of Warwick is a campus university, and that means that everything is all in one place. So all of our Warwick managed postgraduate accommodation is on campus. We have our wellbeing and sports hub that is on campus. It's about a 5-minute walk from where this picture's taken, which is Central Campus. We have our art centre, which is the largest of its kind outside of London. And we do also have all of the facilities that you would need for teaching and kind of your social area and expertise as well. So lots and lots of things to get involved in on campus. Being in the city of Coventry, so Warwick is a place. It is around 20 minutes from our campus. We are just on the edge of Coventry, which is a city in the middle of England. And I think it's one of the best things about our location. Our best things about us is our location. So we are a campus university. It's a very open campus. It's very safe. And there's lots and lots of space for students to kind of study and explore as well. Lots of green areas for you to benefit from and make the most of. It is a 700-acre campus, so very large, and has 28,000 students. So they are made up from 145 different nationalities. So 40% of our student body is international, and 10,000 of our students are postgraduate. So you would be joining a substantial postgrad community at the University of Warwick, and that is across a wide range of our postgraduate programs with us at the university. In terms of distance and location, so we are 15 minutes from Coventry City Centre, which, as I said, is the middle of England. It's 25 minutes to Birmingham, which is the UK's second city. We are 1 hour from central London by train, and the bus that's in the picture takes you to the railway station. So you'll be door to door to the train, and then it's 1 hour straight into central London. It's one of the things that our students do really like, is that we're close enough that it doesn't take too long to get to London, so you can have a day or a weekend there without paying the London costs and the price of living in London and all of the things that are associated with that. So you get the excellent education, in addition to the opportunities of kind of experiencing the rest of the UK while you're here, as well. So that's one of the things that we do like or enjoy about our local area. As I said, Birmingham is only 20 minutes away. We're 2 hours by train from some of the other well-known UK cities. So Manchester, Liverpool, Southampton, Bristol, Cardiff, Leeds, Sheffield, Oxford, Cambridge. You can reach all of those by train from Coventry. I mean, it is really easy to reach each of these, and we are really well connected on that rail network. So it's a good opportunity for you to explore the rest of the UK if that is something that you would like to do during your studies, and something that we do wholeheartedly recommend. And I know our students make the most of. They see more of the UK than I do during their academic years, which is fantastic, and something that we really do like to see for our students while they're with us. Coventry as a place is I guess, a small to medium city in comparison to Mexican cities. We have 300,000 people who live in the city of Coventry, and there are 2 universities. So there's us at the University of Warwick, and there is also Coventry University. So a large number of that population are students. It's a very young city, it's a very vibrant city, and there's lots of developments that are taking place all the time in Coventry city centre. This here is a picture of a food market that was taking place in the city centre in the ruins of the old Coventry Cathedral, that was destroyed during the Second World War in the Blitz. And the decision was taken by the city council to keep the ruins of the old cathedral and build the new one next to it. So this part is used for social events and things throughout the year, music concerts and food festivals and such. So there's lots of things that are going on in the city centre. We also have a town of Royal Leamington Spa, which is very close by to campus. It's very popular with Warwick students. It is where lots of our students live if they are based off campus. They choose to live in Leamington Spa. It is a lovely town, and it is almost like a second campus of Warwick. There's lots of students and lots of staff who live in Leamington Spa, and as you can see from the image, there's lots of coffee shops and restaurants and bars and things, so lots of social things that you can get involved into, and it is a lovely place for you to be based for the year or 4 years that you're with us for your master's or your PhD. One of the things that we do have support with is support from our Students' Union. So the Students' Union is run by students and for students. So that is the student voice throughout your academic journey. All of our sports clubs and societies, so we have 63 sports clubs, 250 societies, so over 300 in total, are all open to postgraduate students, and are all run by the Students' Union. So it is separate to the kind of the day-to-day running of the university itself, and is something that we do encourage our students to join as and where and as much as you would like to. And they have lots of opportunities for you to kind of connect and engage with the Warwick community, partly through the sports clubs and societies. There's part-time jobs available on campus for some students, and some of those kind of extra supports with opening bank accounts in the UK, finding accommodation, all those sorts of things. The Students' Union is there for you to reach out and kind of have those opportunities as well. Just got a little bit on our careers service. So the careers service is run by the university rather than the union, but we have a dedicated careers service for our students. There is a central careers service at the university that looks after all departments, and then lots of our academic departments do have their own careers service. Warwick Business School is certainly one of those, and Warwick Manufacturing Group, or WMG, is another. The law school is a further one as well. So they have dedicated teams who are there on hand to help you with any questions that you may have about career support or which careers alumni have gone into, any placement opportunities as part of the programmes. They are limited because the Masters is only 1 year in the UK, but they are always looking at ways of how they can incorporate that into the programme to give you that hands-on experience during your time on the programme and in the UK with us at Warwick. Our students are 5th most targeted by the top UK employers, and we are ranked 55th globally for employer reputation. So it's not just the skills that we teach you or the facts that we teach you as part of your programme that employers are looking for. It's the skills that you learn as part of that in the wider community. So it's the presentation skills, it's the peer-to-peer consultation, it's your ability to talk to some of those key partners as part of that facilitation, and a whole range of different skills that we look at for our students as part of their programme with us at the university across a wide range of academic departments. As I said, there is that Central Careers team and service available. We have 5 careers fairs a year on campus that are dedicated to supporting our students and offering that student experience, and they are there with CV writing, career workshops, and really kind of helping you look at what the next steps are once you've graduated from the University of Warwick. I mentioned a little earlier on that we are a campus university, meaning that everything is all in one place. This is just an image of our sports hub. This is a phenomenal building. I love it every time I go inside. So just inside the images that you, or the mirrors that you can see here, the windows, are 4 rock climbing walls in the university sports hub. We have squash courts, there's tennis available, badminton, basketball, volleyball, football, of course. There's a swimming pool. We have a 230 station gym. There's a whole range of different sports and things that you can get involved in, classes that you can go to keep fit. And it is a really, really big part of campus life at the university. Fitness and well-being is really important to us, for our students and our staff, so our wider community. And these facilities are something that we invest heavily in to make sure that you have those facilities during your studies with us, and that opportunity as well. We do also offer wellbeing support services, and we are here to support you throughout your journey with us at Warwick. So that journey may start today with me. So I am, as I said, the Officer for the Americas, and I look after students pre-enrollment. So anybody who has any questions after today, you're welcome to reach out to me via email. I do Zoom calls as well that are very informal, just to have a chat about the opportunities at the university and any further questions that you might have. But once you've enrolled, we have a dedicated international office that is there for international students should you need them. Our immigration team is on hand at all times, and we have our wellbeing support services as well. So whatever you need, we are here to support you. Your wellbeing is of utmost importance to us. And we have teams in place ready to support you throughout your journey with us at the university. Just going to come on now to a little bit about the process of how you can apply to Warwick. It is a very straightforward process. So it's not complicated or adverse or anything like that. If you have the right documents, then it should be a very straightforward process for you to be able to apply. So the first thing is research, or we recommend is research which course is most suited to you at an institution that you think you'll like and enjoy. I've mentioned rankings. They are only part of the kind of the journey, I guess, with the universities. You do also have to like where you live for the year. Hopefully I've given you some insight on that experience at the university, and some of the things you can get up to during your time with us. But yeah, certainly step 1 is that research. You're with us today, which is fantastic. So hopefully that forms part of that research. Once you've done that research and you've found a course that you like at an institution that you like, then you can prepare to submit your application. Most universities do charge an application assessment fee per course. I'm not sure why that reads corporate, right? It is FUNED. So there is no fee for students who are applying for FUNED. So if you have if you are considering applying through FUNED, mention that on your application form, and when it reaches the payment submission part, and your application fee will be waived. We do only waive that fee for 1 course though. So if you are thinking of applying for more than 1 course at Warwick, you would need to pay the fee for the second course, which is £75 per application. So do bear that in mind. And that can then add up depending on how many UK universities you are looking at applying for. So that is, our £75 is an average of the fee for each university. So do consider that when you're looking at the universities and how many you'd like to apply to and be considered for as part of that. But once you've decided to apply, these are the documents that we need at Warwick for consideration. So it's a copy of your academic documents. So we need a copy of your transcript and your graduation certificate if you have already graduated, and we would need those in both English and Spanish. If your awarding institution does not issue them in English, then we will need an official translation or an attested translation. So that means that that's 4 copies. So it's 2 of your transcript, so in English and in Spanish, and the 2 in your certificate in Spanish and in English as well. So that's 4 there. We do need an academic reference. Well, academic if you have graduated within the last 2 years, but if it is over 2 years, then we do accept a professional reference. And so if you would prefer a professional reference, then that is absolutely fine if you graduated over 2 years ago. So please don't worry too much about that being an academic one. We know that you can lose touch with professors and things as the years progress. You would need an English test. So we do accept IELTS and TOEFL and Cambridge, so CAE or CPE that we accept at Warwick. You don't need to have that English test in order to apply. So if you're thinking of applying soon, but would like to kind of take an English test in February or March when you've had some time to practice with IELTS or TOEFL, for example, then you can do that. So don't worry about waiting for your English test before you consider making an application. We would always recommend that you apply without that test. Get the decision, see whether you're successful, and then you know whether you've got time to make that English test and sit that exam. We will always say on a conditional offer if we need you to meet that English and what level that is. So it would be in a conditional offer letter anyway. So don't worry too much about English if you are preparing to submit an application. That can come afterwards. We do recommend a personal statement. So a kind of a guidance letter as to why you are wanting to choose this course and why Warwick. And we do have some guidance on our website that you would be able to follow. And we do also have some guidance in some booklets. So for anybody who is coming to the Uno Proscoros event on Saturday here in Mexico City, I will have some of those available that you're welcome to have. But there is also some advice on our website for the personal statement guidance of what to include and things that we look for. And then finally, a CV. I recommend a CV just to give kind of everybody an idea and a summary of any work experience that you have, your teaching or your kind of academic background and where those have sat in the most recent years, just to give us an idea of where you're at the moment in your career and pathway. Once you have those, we always advise submitting your application in good time so that you can receive a decision. Do consider the different application deadlines and also, of course, the FUNED deadlines, which do differ to the Warwick deadlines. So our application deadline at Warwick officially is the 2nd of August. I have to say that because it's on our website, but I always say no later than April, just because some of our popular courses do close early because they are competitive. And we do also have some scholarships that are available through FUNED, but also through academic departments that do have closing deadlines, and you need to have an offer in order to be considered for those scholarships, and those open in March and close in April. So if you need that offer, you need to have applied before then in order to get that offer in good time. So it can take up to 8 weeks for a decision. We do aim to get that to you much quicker, but do bear that in mind if you are considering a scholarship, and also kind of that application date as we do get closer to the end of this year and the beginning of 2025 for that. Hopefully you'll receive an offer of study with us at the university. Congratulations. And then you'll be able to prepare your final documents. So the English test, if you don't already have it, maybe some of the translated documents if you don't have those yet, or attested copies. And then, await the outcome of FUNED as well. So yeah, those are the final steps. And then you should be ready to come and join us next September. I am available and kind of happy to take questions. I know that that's quite a bit of information, but if anybody does have any questions, please do feel free to pop them in the chat. I can talk a little bit more about some of our business courses if you would like me to. We do have some new ones available, so I can do that for a couple of moments. If you would like me to, more than happy to. I can put my contact details back on. So at the beginning slide, I can share my email address if anybody would like that too. Just let me know. I'll leave it on this one for now. I can see that there are some questions in the chat. So I'll leave it here for another moment or two, and then I'll come out and we'll go through some of the questions, just so I'm not showing the questions as well.
Thank you so much, Rachel. That was very good. It's always great to hear about Warwick and the new programs and everything that you're doing. I also love the video. Thank you. So Carlos is asking for your email. So it's we don't see it yet. So I don't know if you want to pop it in the chat, or do you want to change the slide?
I will. It's right at the beginning. I need to add it to the end slide really, but I'll go back to the front and leave that one on, and that has my email address on, so anybody can take a picture, or you can write it down, whichever you prefer. Just get that through there.
I love that. I love that space. Coventry.
Yeah, we're very, very lucky with our campus, and also the city location. It's a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah. So, does anyone else have any questions? ¿Alguna otra pregunta? Pueden hacerla en español si quieren. Paulina, the scholarship applies only for full-time programs, correct? We do have one for the online MBA, right?
We do. So our global online MBA does have a scholarship linked to that with FUNET. So that's the only course that we do actually offer as distance learning. All of our other courses are taught full-time in person. Yeah. So it's only the global online MBA.
Thank you. Gracias, Paulina. Any other questions?
I was going to say some of the courses that we're most well known for here in Mexico, if that helps. So we do have a growing number of kind of graduates from economics, also from politics and international studies, so political economy, public policy, things like that are things that we're known for. We have our business school. So our MBA is world leading, certainly in the UK and Europe, but also globally. We do also have our master's portfolios. So there's the master's in finance, we have financial technology, we have that's a new course. We have accounting and sustainability, that's a brand new course for 2025, accounting and finance. We also have marketing and strategy, international business, business analytics, management. So there's a whole range of different courses there. And then just to add, for our agreement with FUNET, for those courses, if students are accepted for both the course, but also with the FUNET funding, you would receive a 50% scholarship from the University of Warwick and Warwick Business School for applying through FUNET. So we do have that 50% agreement with Warwick Business School. It is also with Warwick Manufacturing Group, which is WMG, and that looks at more sector-specific programs. So that has e-business management, sustainable automotive innovation, innovation and technologies. We have innovation and entrepreneurship. We do also have supply chain and logistics management. We have AI, so AI and technology is a new course there. We also have a gaming master's as well, cybersecurity engineering, all in WMG, and they all attract a 50% scholarship as well. And that department does also have an automatic 25% scholarship for Latin American students. So there's a range of funding available across different departments and different things. So if anybody has any questions about that, I'm happy to answer those.
There's one question from Juan Rivera. B2 English level is okay, or do we need a C1?
Most courses attract more of a C1. So we ask for a 7 overall for lots of our courses, with a minimum of 2 at 6 or 6.5. This is for IELTS, and 2 at 7 or above. The only courses that would attract a B2, so that's a 6.5 overall, are our sciences, so engineering, chemistry, life sciences, so biotechnology and bioprocessing and things like that. Most are more of a C1.
Yeah, but if I may, if you have the opportunity to apply, even if you don't meet the English requirements, and then you can perfect your English, maybe a course at the British Council or something like that for a couple, for some weeks or some months. It's always a good idea to have good English because you're gonna profit so much more once you're there.
Yeah.
So Rosalinda asks, do you have anything related to neuroeducation or pedagogy?
So we don't have neuroscience at master's level. We have education studies, and we have a wide range. So we have psychology and education available, and there's educational innovation, but not pedagogy. Pedagogy. We don't have that as a specific master's, unfortunately.
Thank you, Rachel. Paulina asks, I'm a lawyer and I want to know if after the studies there is any chance to stay and practice what we learned by working with a company in the UK, or do we have to leave the country after the studies?
So I think it probably depends what that route would look like for you. So if you would like to stay and practice, you do need to do the conversion course to practice law in the UK. That would be the same for anybody if you come for a master's or for a bachelor's. So there are pathways that you can take. So you can sit for the bar and things like that, but it can take some time. So it depends which kind of how long you'd like it to take, but also kind of the pathway that you'd like to choose. We do have 5 law programs at the university, so it would depend on kind of which area you're interested in and would like to specialize in.
Thank you. Edwin, sorry if you already have said this, but how long is the MBA? Is there a 2-year MBA program?
It's a 1-year program. So it's the same as the rest of our masters. It's a 1-year course, so it starts every September. We do only have, so for our online MBA and our executive MBA, there are 3 intakes per year, January, May, and September. But for our full-time MBA, which is on campus and in person, there is only 1, and that is September every year.
And it's a very
They do
well-run MBA, so.
Yeah. And I was just about to add, sorry, they do have rounds of applications. So the first round has already gone. The second round closes, I think, this week or next week. The next one would be early January. There's one in end of February, early March. So it's for the MBA in particular, it's good to look out for the dates for that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you very much for the presentation. Is it possible to apply while I am on the process of getting my university degree?
Yes. So it depends when you graduate. If it's this December, then yes, because you'll have your degree in time. So the thing that the university regulations, and it's the same for lots of UK universities, but the thing with the university regulations is that you can't be enrolled on 2 full-time courses at the same time. So as long as you have finished your course here and you have that degree certificate in time, so we normally say by August, just because you need time for your visa application. So as long as you have it by then you'd be ready for September next year. Yeah. So you can apply if you haven't yet graduated. Once you get your final grade, you can send that in to us and we'll update kind of the system accordingly. I should mention, actually, I know I didn't mention it in the presentation, but the minimum grades that we ask for. So for some courses, we ask for a 75% or 7.5, depending on which scale your university is on. But for the vast majority of our courses, it's either an 8.5 or 85% or above that we're looking for most of our courses for students from Mexico.
Thank you. So Paulina has a follow-up question. I'm interested in 2 programs, a Master in International Commercial Law and International Corporate Governance and Financial Regulation. With those programs, is there any chance to stay a little bit longer in the UK?
So we have what's called the graduate visa route in the UK that you can apply for once your course has finished, and it is separate to your visa application for the university. So you'd have a student visa application, then you apply for the graduate visa route. That graduate visa at the moment, so as of today, is available for students for up to 2 years after you have successfully completed your course. And you can stay in the UK for those 2 years to work in a variety of fields if you would like. You can look for work. So there are opportunities for you to find some of those placements maybe, or kind of see some of those interns and things during those 2 years if you'd like to get a feel for that experience while you're in the UK.
Thank you. ¿Alguien más? Anyone else? Yeah, okay. So as Rachel mentioned, she's gonna be at Europosgrados this weekend. So if anyone wants to pop by and pay her a visit, we have the information on our calendar, on our webpage. So if there's nothing further, thank you so much, Rachel, again, for your time and always your consideration and support for our students. Gracias a todos y a todas por acompañarnos hoy. Have a very good night, and yeah, I hope to see everyone soon.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening.
Bye.